Yeah, I saw what happened. I found out about it like last night after I finished shooting another batch of videos. Um, I just felt like I wanted to talk about this one really quick. My thoughts are what you would expect. It's horrible what happened. It and the issue, in my opinion, is a lot bigger than the event itself. It's it's truly telling just how extreme, like how extremely bad this actually is. I'll try to articulate this the best way I can. It because we already know, we already understand types of things that motivated the shooting. It was written in the manifesto. I found the manifesto. I've seen it, and it's. Let me say this first off before I continue. Um, I've seen a lot of talks around in the situation, a lot of dumb fuck, a lot of because of course whenever a situation like this happens, there's gonna be a lot of right wing dumb fuckery, a lot of them saving face, if you will, because they're quick to shift blame away from themselves when they this is their fault. Their rhetoric, their advocacies, their ideas, they promote this type of behavior. Let's be real, it does. And these types of things have a history of promoting this type of behavior. It's a much bigger issue than you think. It's like and people trying to say that it's not racially motivated. It was. I found the video. I saw the video. It was clearly racially motivated. He killed as many black people as he could, and all the quote unquote white people that some of these morons will say that he shot were not really white. Let's be real. 9 times out of 10, they were light skinned. Because, and the thing that proves it to me is the fact that he encountered a white guy near the end of the video and spared him, even saying sorry after walking away from him. That was just as horrible as it is. I'm glad that happened because I'm glad we got that last little bit of footage because there's no denying that it was racially motivated. When you look at those last 10 seconds, was it last? No, it was like a couple of 5 3 seconds. But you know what I mean. Those last few seconds, just I'm so glad it happened because you would have to be blatantly dishonest or blind or fucking retarded to say that it wasn't racially motivated after seeing it. And if people and the people that are saying it's not racially motivated, let's be real, they probably haven't watched the fucking video and they have no they have no say. They really don't. I've seen it. I watched the whole thing. It was disgusting. It was horrible. It in a sick way. I'm kind of glad he recorded it because come on, it makes investigations easier. It makes his motivation easier. And I think and there was a lot of footage that was before, and I would like to see that too because I want to see everything that he did before, all the stuff that he was telling his audience before he committed those heinous actions. So yeah, there's that. And on the ideological front, to say that he wasn't right wing or to say that his ideology was right wing and that he claimed to be a leftist, from the little bit that I've seen in the manifesto, he called himself a former leftist, and he's a self-proclaimed Christian. And let's be real, everything he did was the most anti-Christian thing imaginable. But that's besides the point. Point is, he is right wing. He described himself to be right wing. The only part where he said he was a leftist was the part where he said that he was a former leftist. So no, yeah, I automatically write off and reject anything that says otherwise. Which gets to another point with this whole thing. Going back to the right wing stuff. Like like I said before, this this always falls on right wing ideology. Let's be honest, because his motivations were, and all the things a lot of the things that he said in his manifesto, I still have yet to read even more of it because there's a lot more, and I plan to upload like a text to speech version of it on this channel. And when I upload it, please like download it and then reshare it. I do not want it to be deleted at all. It must be seen. I feel like a lot of people, a lot of like places, a lot of outlets are trying to snuff this shit out for reasons that I will leave to you to decide to assume. But yeah, from looking at the manifesto, a lot of his talking points were very reminiscent to that of the replacement stuff, the Great Replacement, the white genocide type stuff. A lot of the types of things that Tucker Carlson and other fucking right wing talking heads and news outlets would promote and champion even. And their rhetoric led to someone committing a violent act. What does that remind you of, guys? Seriously, what other major incident that happened in this country does this remind you of? January 6th. I mean, is it not? Let's be honest here. Is it not the same thing where Donald fucking Trump would gaslight, rile up his massive fan base, his huge like base of supporters, and pretty much entice them with rhetoric about violence and they're trying to take your country. I am your basically saying I'm your god pretty much. Playing himself up like he's their hero, saying that everyone is against them, saying this and that, saying all kinds of things that the government is against them, they're going to lose, blah blah blah. They're cheating, they're lying, the Democrats are here to destroy you. Even within your own party, they're out to get us. They're not gonna do the right thing. All this kind of stuff. That rhetoric is, what does it do? It's fear mongering. It's the exact same thing that with the white replacement thing. It's literally what Donald Trump did was fearmonger and gaslight and lie, and that ended up leading to a violent attack on the Capitol. It's the same thing. And this type of thing has happened beforehand, and this type of thing happened recently, and it will happen again because they're not going to stop with this rhetoric. They're not going to stop with this talk. They may pretend to oppose this violence, but behind closed doors, they're cheering it on. They're all for it. And even if they aren't for the violence, it doesn't matter to them. They're still going to say these things. They're still going to put out these talking points, which is why I call it violent. Uh, wait, my brain is broken. Holy shit. Violent rhetoric. Yeah, I'll just say that. Violent language. That's the word I was looking for. Violent language. Yep, that's what it is. It's violent language. That's what they do. It is literal violence. It is violence through their words. And every time you see these white replacement uh, ideologies being spoken, every time you see any form of white supremacist ideologies being promoted, it is violence. It is. I don't care what you say. Anytime somebody brings up that any kind of black on black crime statistic, It's violent talk. They're promoting violence. End of story. Oh, and one more thing. Um, I have this gut feeling that the right is going to try and play another dirty game here. Uh, they're gonna try and shift the blame away from them and put it on to something else. I'm not going to mention what it is, but it is something that they have blamed for violence before. Something that they blamed for violence like about 5 or so years ago. I mean, pretty sure you know what that is at this point now that I've said it, but I'm still not going to say exactly what it is. But I just let's be real. When it happens, you'll know.